football field in Skidmore-Tynan, Skidmore, Texas, with a little bit of wind blowing, but it kind of feels good, but I know that's going to affect my audio a little bit. First one I want to give a shout out to out there in Port Aransas, and that's my good friend Ryan Linney from the Refugio Sports Network. And Ryan said you're there with a bunch of friends, and hello to everybody, and you guys enjoy it. It's spring break. I know Skidmore-Tynan and Woodsboro had spring break last week, and then this week were the other 6 teams, and I'm not going down that list again because I always leave somebody out. But again, first things first, here at Skidmore-Tynan tonight, we've got our Lady Cats of Skidmore-Tynan at 2-2, and hosting the Kenedy Leopards at 3-2. So could pivot the standings a little bit in District 32A. But while I'm on a roll here with Ryan Linney, because when we get started, I know it's always we get busy, but I do thank Ryan Linney. I got a few stats that hadn't been for Refugio Sports Network and Mr. Ryan Linney. There's a lot of numbers that wouldn't be stuck in my head. He kicks it to a level, and it's always good to hang out and to be a part of someone who is above and beyond as far as excellence, and because that's how you get better. And so, Ryan Linney, thank you for everything that you provide to myself and to the Skidmore-Tynan Bobcat Nation and Lady Cat Nation. And certainly we wish Refugio, we wish the entire district the best. And I'm going to run through the district real quick here because I always mess up. I leave somebody out. Of course, we've got Refugio and Woodsboro. We have right in front of us Skidmore-Tynan and Kenedy. We have Yorktown and Bettis. And we have Agua Dulce and currently the home right now of Ryan Linney, and that's Port Aransas, right? As they're enjoying. Again, thank you, Ryan Linney. Enough said. Refugio Sports Network and the ST Bobcat Nation, along with ST Lady Cat Nation, kind of split it up over at YouTube. And again, I'll throw myself in there along with Ryan, certainly second to Ryan, and that is excellent work that we're trying to cover as much as we can, and we believe in covering both teams equally. You know, we got the Kenedy Leopards who have a good little following over there on the right side, and we have our Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cat fans here. Again, the wind feels good. It cools us down, but bear with me because it does sound like a hurricane sometimes, you know, but here we are. And this time I'm over at the left side. You see coaches Gonzalez and Hathaway with their respective teams. I know we have several out. Again, we have good old Pancho Hombre and Brenda Man, Frank Man, and from Castroville. And he said there's a few of you watching out there from Castroville, or the area, San Antonio area, one of my favorite cities. I spend a lot of time there, at least once a week, a couple of days in San Antonio. But there's Coach Gonzalez. Hopefully, prayers that she can get to full 100% health. She's in crutches. We have a couple of injuries. We got Emma Koenig, who says she's hurting right now. She's in the dugout right now, and she's out for the season.
All right.
And let's get with Mr. Derek Franco and the
matchup between
introduction.
Lady Cats and the Kenedy Leopards. First up, we'll call out the Leopards. Number 2, Brian Aguirre. Number 9, Kayla Salas. Number 15, Marisabel Solis. Number 4, Jalen Rodriguez. Number 12, Isabella Ortiz. Number 13, Kaylee De Leon. Number 11, Hazley Garza. Number 6, Lola Aragon. Number 16, Amarai Escobedo. Coached by Coach Hathaway. Now for your Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cats. 2, Alexis Flores. Number 5, Natalie Ramirez. Number 8, Rogan Schmidt. Number 6, Jolie Mann. Number 7, Ali Hernandez. Number 10, Denny Munoz. Number 23, Leah Nance. Number 3, Kylie Kinney. Number 11, Eliza Garcia. Number 4, Gracie Franks. Number 1, Alyssa Recio. Number 9, Alea Cuevas. And number 13, Heidi Gamble. Ladies and gentlemen, if I can get you to stand up, we're going to have the playing of the Star Spangled Banner.
God bless America.
All right. Let's play some ball.
And you heard the introduction.
I did forget to announce the coaches for your Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cats. Coach Gonzalez, Coach Duran, and Coach West.
Our coaches, and welcoming our coach from the Kenedy area in Karnes County, and that's Coach Hathaway. And again, we welcome all of you out there at Kenedy Leopard Land, joining us here at ST Lady Cat Nation on YouTube. My name is Amador Ramirez, and this is a big one. Talking to Ryan Linney, of course, we're getting to the point. It didn't dawn on me that we're wrapping up round 1 of 2, almost the halfway point. So this will be the 5th game. I know Skidmore-Tynan and Pettis was postponed. So 4 games down, and so this is a big one because it could shift the standings just a little bit for Skidmore-Tynan, moving them up a notch, and that notch would be Kenedy. But again, on the mound will be Jolie Mann. Behind the plate, Natalie Ramirez. We're going to have on first base. I don't know if the sun's getting in their eyes or what, but they're missing a lot of them. Brogan Schmidt at first. Ali Hernandez at second. Gracie Franks will be playing at short. Danny Munoz at third. And way out at right field is Kylie Kinney. At center is Alexis Flores. And I believe that will be number 11, Eliza Garcia at left. And they congregate a little bit. And there's that throw to second. Nice throw from Natalie Ramirez over to
all right, first up,
Gracie Franks.
Lady Leopards, number 2, Ryan Aguirre.
And again, thank you to Ryan Linney, who I don't probably go in depth as much as he does. He does a great job, but Ryan Aguirre for Kenedy will lead off here. It's 2-2 versus 3-2, and she's batting 600. So she has the tendency to get on base. And there's the chopper over to second. You got to get back to first. And out.
Batter's out at first.
And so
brings
from
up number 9 for the Lady Leopards.
Second to first, and that
Kayla
is
Salas.
Zally Hernandez over to Brogan Schmidt for the first out. And batting second, Kayla Salas, number 9. She's batting .556. Compliments of Refugio Sports Network. This is out to left. And taken there by Eliza Garcia. So 2 down here in the top of the first.
For the Lady Leopards.
A couple of hits thus far.
Marisabel Solis.
Marisabel Solis is batting .533 coming into this game, number 15. And in the next go around, we'll get their positions. I didn't get all of their positions. So 1 ball, no strikes. There's 2 outs already here in the top of the first here. It's Skidmore-Tynan. Skidmore-Tynan again coming in 2-2. Wins against Port Aransas and Yorktown. 2-0 the count. Losses in the middle, sandwiched in the middle of the 2 wins to Refugio and to Woodsboro. Kenedy in at 3-2. That one goes back.
Pop foul. 2 balls and 1 strike is the count.
So I think we got everybody in our field of dreams out there, from Ramirez behind the plate. On the mound is Mann. Schmidt on first, Hernandez on second. And that's a tapper to Danny Munoz and an error right there. And that'll get Solis over to first.
That brings up number 4 for the Lady Leopards, Jalen Rodriguez.
Jalen Rodriguez, number 4. So Solis gets on an error at third. And again, Kenedy trying to start up the old infamous 2-out rally. A swing and a miss.
Strike 1.
Jalen Rodriguez coming in, .429 average at the plate. Give that one a ball. Ball 1, strike 1. 2 outs. 1 runner
ball, 1
on.
strike.
Solis on first. Strike all. 2 strikes, a ball, 2 outs. Skidmore-Tynan started this off with a grounder to second, put out at first, and then an out at left, to pop out at left.
Swinging
and there it is.
That'll in the side.
And that'll in the side. 4 batters do come up. No runs come across, and here come the Lady Cats. With the wind and everything, I tend to have to get myself situated. Actually, I'm going to spend a little time here doing a little bit of call it roll call. These are schools, right? And I was a school teacher. I was a professor. Roll call was a big thing. So when they get out on the mound, we'll take a look at our Kenedy Leopards. Again, all of a sudden the wind starts to pick up. This is crazy. Let's see what we've got coming over. To the mound will be number 9. Pitching will be Kayla Salas. Out at first, yeah, there's sun out there right now. Out at first base, number 16 is Escobedo, who will be batting in the 9th position. Always that ponytail effect. I don't know if that's Kaylee De Leon behind the plate, but we'll figure that out in a little bit. Out on third will be Lola Aragon, third base. See who we've got over at second. Number 2, Akita will be over on second. That does look like. And we will have Alexis Flores will lead off the bottom of the first for Skidmore-Tynan.
First up for your Lady Cats this evening, number 2, Alexis Flores.
Alexis Flores, the lefty. Let's see who we're going over or 15 is going to be a short. And that's Marisabel Solis. And we'll get the outfield in a little bit. But so we've got right now Alexis Flores will lead off the bottom of the first for Skidmore-Tynan. Trying to get something going here early. That's high. 1-0. Let's see if I can try to use my clipboard to...
Ball 2.
Alexis Flores. 2 balls, no strikes. And that's 3-0 on a high 1-0.
3 balls, no strikes.
Again on the mound, Kayla Salas. Bottom of the first. No runs at the top of the first for Kenedy. That'll be 4 balls, so Flores will go over to
that brings up number
first.
5, Natalie Ramirez for the Lady Cats.
Catcher Natalie Ramirez will be coming on, and she's a master at the bunt. She places it down to throw over and out and over to third. Nobody there is Alexis Flores.
Sacrifice bunt. Runner makes it to third.
So
that brings up number
Alexis
8
Flores
for
goes
Cats.
2 bases on that
Brogan
sacrifice
Schmidt.
bunt. Brogan Schmidt, the first baseman. Batting .583 is Brogan Schmidt. Alexis Flores was at .545. And Natalie Ramirez at .692. So some good batting percentages for Skidmore-Tynan. Here is Brogan Schmidt. That one's tapped out to right field, and it
Popped
drops.
it in to fall in for a fair
And
ball.
here
Runner
comes Alexis Flores.
1 for the Lady Cats.
Brogan
Schmidt
Schmidt
making it to first base.
with
Brings up
a
number 6 for the
RBI.
Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cats, Jolie Mann.
Jolie Mann. That's one as high to second. Taken there for the
Second base is able to get it.
second out. So well
Down
played
brings
there
up
by
number 7 for the Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cats.
Kayla Salas, doing a good job on that one.
Hernandez.
Ali Hernandez, the second base. That one's tapped over to Coach Hathaway.
Foul ball.
Right now we got Brogan Schmidt on first. Ali Hernandez. And there
Oh, one
goes Schmidt, and she's safe.
Runner safe at second.
Brogan Schmidt now in scoring position. And
Count on
basically,
Hernandez,
again,
1
what that
ball, 1
does
strike.
is that puts Brogan Schmidt in an opportunity for a run, an RBI with a hit here, with a single.
Low
by
ball 2.
So 1-0. Alexis Flores, the leadoff, ends up making it all the way around after a sacrifice bunt by Natalie Ramirez, moved her to third, and then Brogan Schmidt, and there goes Brogan Schmidt.
Ball 3. Runner
Speaking of
advances to
which,
third.
and Brogan Schmidt with a
3 balls,
single
1
over to
strike is
right
the count on Hernandez.
brings in Alexis Flores, and that's where we're at right now with 2 outs, 3-1 the count.
Ball 4.
Ball 4, runners
Hernandez makes it to
at
base.
the corners.
That brings up number 10 for the Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cats, Danny Munoz.
Danny Munoz up to the plate for Skidmore-Tynan. Runners at the corners.
Low ball 1.
And there goes Hernandez
Runner
to
makes it
second.
second.
And again, that is good.
Runners on second and third for the Lady Cats.
That is good running because now 2 runners are in scoring position for Danny Munoz, making it a little bit good stop.
Low ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes on.
Trying to
Munoz.
get, I'm trying to get the number on the catcher. So I didn't have the the lineups. I just had the roster.
Low ball, three balls,
no strikes here for Danny Munoz, with Hernandez on second. Brogan Schmidt, who drove in Alexis Flores with a single. Swing and a
strike
miss.
one.
3 balls, 1 strike. A single will bring in 2 runs, especially with 2 outs, because they get a little head start. And that's going to load up the bases for Leah Nance with 2 outs.
Brings up number 23, Leah Nance, for the Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cats.
Leah Nance playing third base tonight. I'm going to say tonight, even though it's late afternoon. Good stop. And that's a tapper over to first, and a nice out. Skidmore-Tynan leaves the bases loaded, and we'll go to the second.
Skidmore getting on the board. 1.
And of course, that's not what you want. Leaving the bases loaded. You want to get those runs in. Best scenario is don't have anybody on base, obviously, but 1 run does come across, 1-0 as we go into the second, and now the Kenedy Leopards will send up the top of the second. And right now at ST Bobcat Nation and Facebook, we are bringing you Bobcat baseball from Pettis. And that's my good friend Mike Chambers, who is, along with Amanda Chambers, his wife, bringing some action from Pettis. Both teams are 0-3, so looking to get into the win column in district play. Baseball is just about a game or 2 behind, about a week behind the softball action. And so you can get that one later, okay? So stick around here for ST Lady Cat Nation.
All right, first
softball.
up for the Kenedy Leopards, Isabella Ortiz.
Isabella Ortiz coming in with a batting average of .467. Again, compliments of Refugio Sports Network and Mr. Ryan Linney. .467. So basically gets on base half the time. Strike call.
Strike.
Again, you don't want to leave 3 runners on base, the base is loaded, and get only 1 run out of it. But sometimes that does come back and get you.
High ball.
Especially if a team has,
1 ball, 1 strike.
has a rally going in a particular inning, and Kenedy is certainly capable of doing that. So Isabella Ortiz, 2-1 the count.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Coach Hathaway over on third. Swing and a miss. 2-2 the count.
2-2 is the count on Ortiz.
Normally I do the behind, turn my cap backwards, but I need a little cap bill to
Low ball.
3-2, full count.
Brings us to full count.
Thank you for joining us at ST Lady Cat Nation. Again, Lady Cat fans, and
Strike 3.
got her on a strike.
That brings up number 13, Kaylee DeLeon for the Leopards.
Kaylee DeLeon, number 13. I believe she's the catcher. We'll make sure in a little bit. And an attempted bunt goes back. Again, Skidmore-Tynan, perfect top of the inning. 1 error in the top of the first. Good hitting in the bottom of the first for the 1 run. But once again, leaving 3 runners on. This is tapped out. It's a single over to shallow center, right over the head, and
good brings up number 11.
Good effort by Gracie
Leopards.
Franks, but that one was just a little bit too
Aisley
high.
Garza.
Aisley Garza, number 11. batting .385. And De Leon on first.
Just a bit outside. Ball one.
Ball one. Here's one out on a strikeout by Jolie Man.
Swing and a miss. Strike one. One ball,
There's a
one
ball,
strike.
a strike, one out, and one runner on here in the top of the second.
Swing and a miss. Strike.
Strike two. So Jolie Man up on
1 ball, 2 strikes.
up on the batter. Garza. On deck is number 6, Lola Aragon, the third base.
Low ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
2 and 2. Wasn't sure what call that was. Jolie Man on the mound behind the plate. Natalie Ramirez. And a strikeout number
Brings up
2.
number 6 for the Lady Leopards. Lola Aragon.
Lola Aragon now with 2 outs. And that is De Leon.
Ball 1.
Kaylee De Leon on first. Lola Aragon trying to flip the lead right here with one over the wall. That one goes up the gut. And it's going to be a single to center.
Runners advance to second and first. That brings up number 16 for your Lady Leopards, Amaray Escobedo.
Amaray Escobedo now for the Kenedy Leopards. Got 2 runners on, so they're trying to capitalize. I keep harping on the top of the first, but you got to take advantage of these runners. Swing and a miss.
Strike 1.
And if you're Skidmore-Tynan, you want to you want to keep them on the base pads. If you're Jolie Man and the fielders, swing and a miss.
Strike 2.
So that quickly, Jolie Man up on the batter, Escobedo. Again, De Leon is on second.
Now back. 2 strikes.
Missed all the vehicles.
On Escobedo.
0-2, 2 outs. 2 runners on. Top of the second. Escobedo. Strike 3 called. Caught looking. And we'll go to the bottom of the second. No runs come in. 2 players are left on base. 1-0, Skidmore-Tynan. Here come the Lady Cats. Again, I mentioned we have our Bobcat baseball in Pettis. 0-3 versus 0-3, trying to get on the winning column. And that is at ST Bobcat Nation on Facebook. Some other games in the area. Kenedy, of course, 3-2. Here at Skidmore-Tynan, 2-2. Port Aransas 1-4. At Agua Dulce, 3-2. Woodsboro 4-1. At Pettis, 0-3. And in baseball, we've got, as I mentioned, Skidmore-Tynan 0-3 is at Pettis 0-3. We've got Yorktown 0-3 at Refugio 2-1. And actually, yeah, that is the case. Saying, well, but that one is not, if I'm correct, and of course Ryan has my number, but I'm pretty sure that one is not being broadcast. Yeah, I believe.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we start, the concession stand is back open, so if you guys want to come by and see what they got. It ain't much, but it's something.
You heard it there, not much, but it's something. Our PA, Mr. Derek Franco. It's half a bag of M&Ms, maybe, and a hot dog. And coming up, leading off the bottom of the second, Kylie Kinney, center field. Kylie Kinney. Strike
one.
bit low.
Kylie Kenny up here at the plate for the Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cats. One ball, one strike.
Ponytails are always messing me up. That's Ortiz up to catch it. Foul ball.
Foul ball. One ball, two strikes.
That's Ortiz back there. Yeah, ponytails always mess me up because I can't see the number. Plus, you have your catcher's equipment on as well. Here's Kylie Kenny in the bottom of the second, trying to add on to this 1-0 lead. And she'll tap it out to short. The throw over and not in time, and heading over on an error throw to first. Kylie Kenny is in there safe. Got to run a little bit faster than that. That was close. That was closer than I thought.
That brings up number 11, Eliza Garcia for the Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cats.
Yeah, that one was a little too close. Eliza Garcia now with Kylie Kenny at second. No outs here in the bottom of the second. Attempted bunt and the throw over to good running by Kylie Kenny. Stopped there by Solis. Otherwise, Kenny's heading home.
One ball, no strikes.
There's Eliza Garcia. That's low. 2-0 the count. Get on the mound, Kayla Salas. Strike call.
Strike one.
2 balls a strike.
2 balls, 1
Nobody
strike.
out. Runner on third. That is Kylie Kenny.
Swing and a miss, strike.
Swing and a miss, and that is.
2-2 is the count. I'm Garcia.
I'm gonna divert to PA announcer Derek Franco on the calls and give you my commentary down low.
Ball 3. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
And I take it the audio's coming in okay from our PA. And here comes Kenny.
Runner makes it to home plate. Garcia safe at first. Brings up to the top of the lineup, number 2, Alexis Flores.
And we've batted 1 round, top of the lineup. Alexis Flores with Eliza Garcia on first. Batting .545 coming into this one is Alexis Flores. Oh, and a good stop by Ortiz.
Ball 1.
Isabella Ortiz with a good stop. Got to have a good catcher back there because not every pitch is going to be where you want it.
Ball 2.
Coach West coaching first and Coach Duran, which I got to meet her parents here from Ingleside.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
2-1 the count.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Nobody out. 1 run has come in. That's a tapper, and that's going to be out at second and safe at first.
Runners out at second, but
So a
safe
good
at first.
good put out there
That
at
brings
second
up
base.
number 5.
That's the one you want.
Lady Cats. Natalie Ramirez.
Natalie Ramirez at first. Alexis Flores make that at the plate. Alexis Flores at first. 1 out. Nicely done by the Kenedy Leopards to force out the second base. And a bunt is placed beautifully over to first for the out.
Out at
And
first.
let's see if they've got her. And safe.
Runner safe at third.
That is Alexis Flores. 2 outs.
That brings up number 8 for your Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cats, Brogan Schmidt.
Brogan Schmidt, number 8, who had a single to right field, bringing in Alexis Flores in the top of the first, wanting to repeat that here in the bottom of the second, I should say. You want to stay right there?
Ball 1.
Let me repeat that. Brogan Schmidt in the bottom of the first, single to right field, bringing in Alexis Flores. We'd like to repeat that in the bottom of the second.
Ball 2.
Isabella Ortiz doing a great job behind the plate. She stopped a few that on deck is Jolie Mann.
Ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. The count on Schmidt.
3-0. 2 outs. Runner on third. Kylie Kinney bringing in the second run.
Ball 4.
Ball 4,
Schmidt makes it to base.
and here she comes.
That brings up number 6 for the Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cats, Jolie Mann.
Jolie Mann with Schmidt on first, Kinney on third. She certainly would like a 3-run.
Low ball
And
1. Runners advancing to second.
Safe.
Safe at second. Runners on second and third.
Jolie Mann with runners on second and third. And that is popped up to shallow right field, taken there for the third out. And that'll leave 2 runners on for Skidmore-Tynan as we go to the top of the third. 1 run comes across. 2-0, Lady Cats. We have the introductions for Coach Hathaway and the Kenedy Leopards. Going down the line again. Number 2 is Rihanna Gita. Number 3 is Leticia Espinosa. Number 4, Jalen Rodriguez. Number 5, Madison Bryan. Number 6, Lola Aragon. Number 7 is Angelina Gonzalez. Number 9 is Kayla Salas. Number 11, Aisley Garza. Number 12 is Isabela Ortiz. Number 13, Kaylee De Leon. Number 15, Marisabel Solis. Number 16, Emery Escovedo. Number 21 is Chloe Davila. Again, Coach Hathaway as he heads over to third. So we played 2 innings. Skidmore-Tynan putting up a run in the bottom of the first as Alexis Flores on an RBI single by Brogan Schmidt. Bottom of the first, and in the
all right, we'll be starting at
bottom
the top
of the
order
second,
for the Lady Leopards.
Kylie.
Number 2, Ryan Aguirre.
and make that Alexis Flores coming in, leaving 2 runners on, 3 runners in the bottom of the third. That is 5 runners left on base for Skidmore-Tynan, 2 runners left on base for Kenedy. Ryan Aguirre coming in with a average of 600. Playing second base is number 2. And she'll tap that foul.
Foul ball.
So Skidmore-Tynan with 1 run in the bottom of the first, 1 run in the bottom of the second, and so far holding Kenedy and the Leopards to no runs through 2 full innings. Jolie Mann on the mound. And
Got her struck by the ball. She'll advance. That'll bring up number
Aguirre to
9 for the Lady Leopards, Kayla Salas.
the pitcher, Kayla Salas, coming up. Again, a good batter as well, coming in with 556 average. And on the mound tonight is Kayla Salas. He goes up high on that one. Kind of chased that one. That one was coming pretty quick. Goes up
Sweet
high.
miss strike 2.
So 0-2. So Jolie Mann up on the batter. No balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss strike
3 strikes, and down goes
That brings
Salas.
up number 15, Marisabel Solis.
shortstop, Marisabel Solis. She hits it out to left. Can't grab it. And here comes Aguirre. Got to be able to get those.
Runners on second and third for the Lady Leopards. Brings up number
Aguirre
4,
on third and
Jalen Rodriguez.
Solis on second. Jalen Rodriguez only 1 out here. side.
Foul ball.
Again, thank you all for joining, whether you're a Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cat fan or a Kenedy Leopard fan here at ST Lady Cat Nation. Thank you for joining us tonight on this March 20th, 2026.
Swing and a miss, strike 2.
And so you don't want to lose this batter. Of course, you're up 0-2 on the batter, Rodriguez, who is batting at .429 coming in.
Ball 1.
Good pitch by
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Man, I was hoping she'd chase it. Did not. Again, runners on second and third. I get it. On third.
Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 2 runners on here in the top of the third. Solis on second. I get it on third.
Ball 3. Full count.
3-2 the count. With 1 out. Money pitch coming up, full count. 1 out, 2 runners on for Rodriguez. Strike called, and she got caught looking.
That brings up Bella Boom Boom Ortiz for your Lady Leopards.
Isabella Ortiz. Boom Boom Ortiz. Strike call.
Strike 1 on that first pitch.
Of course, Jolie Man wants to get out of this one by getting the third out here and leaving 2 runners on. 2 runners remained in the
Sends it foul ball.
foul ball.
0-2 is the count on Boom Boom. High ball 1.
I wanted to go high on that one, see if
1 ball, 2 strikes. On
see if
Boom
she'd chase that one.
Foul ball.
Foul ball. That would have brought in a couple. Just missed it, did. Boom, boom, Ortiz.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The count on Ortiz.
1-2, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Jolie Man wanting 1 more strike here to end this one. And that is foul.
Foul ball.
She's getting a hold of it. Staying alive is Isabella Ortiz.
Battling Bella Boom Boom Ortiz. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball 2.
2-2 the
2-2
count.
is the
2
count.
outs. 2 runners on. Solis on second. Ayede on third. And got her. Down goes Boom Boom, Isabella Ortiz. So we go to the bottom of the third. Skidmore-Tynan keeps a goose egg on the board for Kenedy. Talk a little bit about let's do some congratulations or in order. The state qualifiers at Edinburgh, Elena Canales and Jackie Hudson coming back with Canales 7th place and Hudson 8th. So a great season for Coach Duran and the Lady Cat powerlifters making it to state. We'd like to congratulate some of the and I don't know if Ryan Linney you're on right now, but I know that a couple of Sydneys came back as as state champions. I know from Woodsboro, both Refugio County, and it's Sydney Castillo. And I know we had a Sydney from Refugio. And if you have your phone, Ryan Linney, and you're with me still, you can maybe throw that name at me. And I know it was Sydney also from Refugio coming back as state champion. So congratulations to the Sydneys of Refugio County in Woodsboro.
All right. That brings number 7 up.
Refugio.
The bat for your Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cats, Ali Hernandez.
Ali Hernandez will lead off the bottom of the third. Skidmore-Tynan with 1 run in the bottom of the first, 1 run in the bottom of the second, leaving 3 runners in the bottom of the first and 2 runners in the bottom of the second. And you don't want to do that, but of course easier said than done. You want to make sure you clear those bases, and that's where those grand slams make a big difference in a game. Ali Hernandez will lead off the bottom of the third for Skidmore-Tynan. She's got it. It hits the gap out at
make it to first.
Right field, shallow right.
That brings up
base hit
number
for
10,
Ali Hernandez.
Danny Munoz for the Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cats.
Danny Munoz, number 10, third baseman. So Ali Hernandez playing second base, and here's the third base in the Danny Munoz. Swing and a miss.
Strike.
And then on deck is Leonance. Strike called.
2.
So quickly, Salas
0-2 is the count.
up on the batter, 0-2. And striked out.
Strike 3.
Danny Munoz.
That'll bring up Leah Nance.
Leah
for the
Nance.
Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cats, number 23. Low ball 1.
Good stop by Ortiz. Going with boom boom. Ortiz, that she's behind the plate.
Ball 2.
2-0 the
balls,
count.
no strikes.
1 out. Trying to get a little rally going here and do more than just a run per inning, because you need a few more runs when you're playing an opponent. Good stop by
Ball 3.
Ortiz behind the plate.
3 balls, no strikes.
So in danger is Salas of putting Nance on first. And that's
Ball
gonna
4.
that'll happen.
Nance makes it to base. That brings up number 3, Kylie Kinney for the Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cats.
Kylie Kinney to the batter's box. Nance on first. Hernandez on second. Inside.
Ball 1.
There's 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Good stop by
ball.
Ortiz.
2 balls, no strikes.
Ortiz just putting on a good performance there behind the plate, because like I said, pitchers don't always put it right where you want it.
Ball 3. 3-0 is the count.
Hernandez on second. So now in danger of loading the bases here with this pitch. Strike call.
Strike
Staying
1.
alive is
3-1 is the count.
Kayla Salas with a good pitch there. Down the pipe. On deck is Eliza Garcia. Strike call.
Strike 2. We're up to full count.
Full
now.
count
3
for
balls,
Kinney.
2 strikes.
And that's a tapper over to force out at third. Nicely done by
That brings up number 11 for the Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cats, Eliza Garcia.
Solis to Aragon for the force out at third. 2 outs. Kinney on first.
Strike 1.
Garcia takes it, and Leonance at second. On deck will be Alexis Flores, which will give us the third round, the top of the order. Should Eliza Garcia get on
Garcia.
On plate, on base, I should say, on the base plate. I'll get it out.
Swing and a miss, strike 2.
1 and 2 against
strikes.
Skidmore-Tynan already with, 5 runners have been stranded. They got 2 more here.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll end the side.
That is 7 runners have been stranded on base for Skidmore-Tynan. No runs come across. We go to the 4th. 2-0. Lady Cats. Also, of course, she's out there right now on the mound, and that is Jolie Mann, who has reached the 900 strikeout. And you do the math. Let's see how long it would take to get to 900, to get to 1,000 strikeouts. But 900 was reached in your town. She's committed to Texas A&M Kingsville Javelinas. Also like to congratulate Keegan Mormon for being selected to the TABC.
All right. That brings number 13 up for the Lady Leopards, Kaylee De Leon.
So Keegan Mormon with the TABC all-region selection. So congratulations to Keegan Mormon for basketball. If you've never seen her play the game, you need to. She's only a sophomore. She's got a couple more years of high school participation eligibility. And who knows what after that, but you got to come watch her. She's exciting. But congratulations on that TABC
strike 1
selection. That's the coaches. Texas Association of Basketball Coaches. That is a fair ball on third.
Fair ball.
That's going to go get past Garcia. And right now, this could be.
Runner slides into third.
That is a triple, and that is
time on the field.
Nicely done by Kaylee De Leon. And they both appear to be okay. Coaches Duran and Hathaway.
Brings up number 11 for the Lady Leopards, Paisley Garza.
So Kaylee De Leon with a nice triple with a little assistance, but that was a line drive down the third base line. Paisley Garza now.
Ball 1.
De Leon and Munoz making sure each is okay. Strike call.
Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. And Kaylee De Leon with that triple sliding in, causing a little bit of collision, but both of the young ladies are okay.
Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball 2.
2-2 the count.
2-2 is the count. Swing and a miss, strike
And a
3.
strikeout will bring up
Brings
the
up
first
number
out.
6 for the Lady Leopards, Lola Aragon.
Lola Aragon, third base this afternoon. And she's got De Leon, Kaylee De Leon at third, trying to bring her in to get them on the board.
Little low ball. One
And there comes the
home.
runner, and that is that's a little bit of speed there, which indicates she's okay, which is great. Took a little bit of a dinger out at third base, but that speed just, you saw her fly by. 2-1.
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 1 strike.
A ball, a strike, 1 out. 1 runner in here in the top of the 4th.
Swing and a miss, strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count.
Again, nobody on as Kaylee De Leon. And a swing and a miss. A little bit high on that one.
That brings up number 16, Amaray Escobedo.
MRI
For the Lady
Escobedo. A lefty trying to bunt. Ball.
Ball 1.
Strike call.
Strike
1-1.
1.
A ball, a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike on Escobedo.
And 2 outs. And again, that was a triple by Kaylee De Leon. And then makes it
Swing and a
across
miss, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
on the pitching error. And that will do it. Go to the bottom of the 4th. A run does come in. Kaylee De Leon, after tripling, advances across the home plate for the first run for Kenedy and the Leopards on an errant pitch. And it is 2-1. Skidmore-Tynan going to the bottom of the 4th. Baseball and softball. I know we got tennis and golf and track as well. As far as the Lady Cats softball, next week we're going to be on the road on Tuesday and Friday. On Tuesday, the Lady Cats here will be in Agua Dulce. On Friday, Lady Cats will be traveling to Port Aransas. The Agua Dulce game is at 4:30 and it's varsity only. The Port A game on Friday shows JV and varsity also at 4:30. On the baseball side,
all right.
Tuesday.
Who's this walking to the plate? Number 2, top of the order.
It's
Alexis Flores for the Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cats.
Alexis Flores will lead off the bottom of the 4th. On the baseball side again on Tuesday, we'll be at home against Refugio. Is JV and varsity. I believe that's just varsity. And then on Friday, it'll be at home against Yorktown. Again, varsity. So Refugio and Yorktown on the baseball side. And here is Alexis Flores trying to
outside ball 1.
Trying to get on base, and she does that quite frequently. Alexis Flores.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1 ball, 1 strike is the count. Side ball 2. 2-1.
Is tapped over to left field.
Shortstop loose.
And she's got it. It's going to
ball.
be out at second.
Batter's out at second.
And I believe that, of course, went to the second base.
That brings up number 5 for the Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cats, Natalie Ramirez.
Natalie Ramirez now the catcher. Good effort by Alexis Flores, but An even better effort by the fielders on the Leopard side. And that's a nice little tapper over and out at first.
Ramirez with a bunt is out at first. That brings up number 8 for the Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cats, Brogan Schmidt.
Brogan Schmidt with 2 outs. Two outs. And that's stepped up to third. Taken there by Aragon. And 3 up, 3 down here in the bottom of the 4th. And we go to the 5th. Skidmore-Tynan 2-1. 4 complete innings now. So looking at the box scores on the top half, of course, it's always the visitors. Kenedy 0, 0, 0, and 1. And for Skidmore-Tynan down the bottom row, it's 1-1,
Kenedy
0,
Leopards,
0.
number 2, Ryan Aguirre.
So Aguirre will lead off the top of the 5th. Low scoring here at Skidmore-Tynan at 2-2. Skidmore-Tynan taking on 3-2 Kenedy. That is tapped out to right field. And a good hit by Aguirre to get things going here.
Brings up number 9, Kayla Salas for the Lady Leopards.
The pitcher, Kayla Salas, to the plate.
Strike 1.
One thing about having a power pitcher like a Jolie, man, putting a lot on that ball is it gets to the catcher quicker. So that means Aguirre might not have the advantage that a normal runner would. And of course, you got Ramirez behind the plate. Got to get it out to Gracie Franks, who's at short, who will more than likely tag the runner at first. 1-2 the count, nobody out.
2 strikes.
And a strikeout.
Number 15, Marisabel Solis for the Lady Leopards.
Shortstop Marisabel Solis, who's doing a good job in the fielding, and that is a foul. She's doing a good job fielding as well. She's the one that, although had to go get that one out at left, shallow left, ended up tagging out Alexis Flores on second. And there goes the runner.
1 ball, 1 strike.
So I get it on second, 1 out.
Runner advances.
Solis at the plate.
That's it. Popped up.
So she's got it. And Brogan Schmidt with the second out. In foul territory.
That brings up
number 4, Jalen Rodriguez.
Number 4.
Tipped back, strike 1.
Foul ball.
0-1, 2 outs. So Skidmore-Tynan trying to get out of this one Aguirre on a first pitch single to right. Getting action going, but man with some good pitching. And fielding by Brogan
Little
Schmidt.
high ball, one ball, one strike is the count.
And we're at 2 outs, so Skidmore-Tynan trying to keep it that way. Runner will go to third. That is
Runner
Aguirre.
advances to third.
So the runner advancing from first to
Showing
second.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Second to third, and here we are. 2-1 the count, 2 outs.
Ball 3.
3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
To Jalen Rodriguez. Straight call.
Strike 2.
Full count.
Full count.
2 outs. 1 runner on. Aguirre on third. Got her looking.
That'll end the side.
That'll take us to the bottom of the 4th. No runs come in, and Jolie Mann, after giving up a single to right, a couple of strikeouts and a put out at first base by Brogan Schmidt. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. 2-1 Skidmore-Tynan. Didn't really have a chance to go through the entire lineup for Skidmore-Tynan. Number 1 is Alyssa Recio. Number 2, Alexis Flores. Number 3, Kylie Kinney. Number 4, Gracie Franks. Number 5, Natalie Ramirez. Number 6, Jolie Mann. Number 7 is Ali Hernandez. Number 8 is Brogan Schmidt. Number 9, Aaliyah Cuevas. Number 10 is Danny Munoz. Number 11, Eliza Garcia. Number 12 is Jake Salinas. Number 21, Emma Koenig. Number 23, Leoness. Coaches Gonzalez, Duran, and West. And Jolie Mann will lead off the bottom of the 5th. Impressive rebound there in the top of the 5th, because Aguirre with that first pitch took it to right field, got on base, advanced to second, eventually to third, but couldn't make it.
First up for your
Past
Skidmore-Tynan
home
Lady
plate.
Cats, number 6, Jolie Mann.
And that was, as you heard, Mr. Franco, Jolie Mann. A couple of strikeouts there in the top of the 5th, and then the put out by Brogan Schmidt over at first base in the foul territory. So here's Jolie Mann leading off the bottom of the 5th. Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss, strike 1. Low ball 1.
We'll go
1 ball, 1 strike.
even the count up at 1-1. Kayla Salas on the mound, doing good tonight. And that is a tapper foul. That puts
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Salas up on Mann, 1-2. That one's low, 2-2 the count.
Ball 2.
Again, nobody
2
out.
balls, 2 strikes.
Just underway here in the bottom of the 5th. Kennedy's run in the top of the 4th. Skidmore-Tynan's. And that one is out of here.
That's gone.
Jolie Mann. Oh, hits it out to Almus. Jolie Mann, home run.
All right, that brings up number 7 for our Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cats, Ali Hernandez.
Ali Hernandez. That one was gone from the second it left that bat. Actually, they're going to take a while to get that ball. There's actually a gentleman out there. He's almost going to go to the football field by the time he gets it.
Low ball 1.
So that's a good way to get an inning started here in the bottom of the 5th. Of course, you would have wanted some base runners on, but
Ball 2.
2-0 on Ali Hernandez, second base. That's a little high.
Ball 3.
So Ali Hernandez looking to get on
3
base.
balls, no strikes. The
See if
count
she
on
just
Hernandez.
takes the pitch here. Sometimes you want to make the pitcher prove she's got something on it. That's high.
Ball 4. Hernandez will make it the first.
Danny.
Brings up number 10 for the Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cats, Danny Munoz.
Danny Munoz now trying to get the bat going, as she can get that bat going hot real quick. And this is, she's due up right now.
Strike 1.
Strike called. Ali Hernandez on first. One runner has come in. A solo shot by
Low ball.
Jolie Mann to lead off the
1-1 is the count.
bottom of the 5th. 1-1 the count. One runner on, nobody out.
Ball 2.
2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Leah Nance on deck.
Foul ball.
Oh, and that just hit a little, I don't know, I can't tell what that is. It's an SUV.
Two and 2 is the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
2-2 the count to Danny Munoz with Ali Hernandez on first. Nobody out. 1 run has scored. That was a solo home run by Jolie Mann.
Ball 3 takes us to full count.
Leah Nance on deck. Skidmore-Tynan has scored their 2 runs in the bottom of the first, bottom of the second.
Swing and a
Swing and a
miss.
miss.
Strike 3. That brings up
That's 1 out.
number
and
23 for the Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cats, Leah Nance.
Leah Nance with 1 out and Ali Hernandez on first. Good stop
Low
by
ball 1.
Isabel Ortiz behind the plate.
Strike
Beautiful
1.
pitch.
1 ball,
by
1 strike is the count
Salas.
on Nance. Foul ball.
Chased a high one there. 1 and 2, 1 out, 1 runner on, 1
One
run
ball, 2
has
strikes.
come in. Solo shot by Jolie Mann. You can go back and watch it later, but the minute it left, it was gone. It's one of those you didn't even have to go back to the wall.
Ball 2. 2 and 2 is the count.
Everybody thought that was there. 2 and 2 is the count with 1 out, 1 runner on. Ali Hernandez at first.
Low ball 3.
there goes Ali
Runner
Hernandez.
advances to second. We got full count on the board.
Kayla Salas now with a runner in scoring position right behind her. Leah Nance.
Ball 4.
And she'll
Nance
take first.
Advances to first. That brings up number 3, Kylie Kenny for our Lady Cats.
Going to have a visit to the mound, so we'll catch up here real quick.
Time on the field.
So in the bottom of the 5th, Skidmore-Tynan with the solo shot by Jolie Mann. It was gone from the minute it left the bat. Ali Hernandez is at second.
We got runners on first and second.
Leah Nance
Kylie Kenny coming up the plate.
is at first, and Kylie Kenny, right field, to the plate. 1 out. And that's going to go down the gap.
Outfield.
Well, now they're going to have
Runners
to.
are held at base.
Safe. Trying to figure out where to go. You're going to have to stay put for a little bit.
That brings up number 11.
So one out, bases
Eliza
loaded.
Garcia for the Lady Cats.
Eliza Garcia with the bases loaded, but good fielding considering for Kenedy. They had a shot at first and then one at third, and Skidmore-Tynan needs to make sure that you got to make up your mind. Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss. Strike one.
There's only one out. Skidmore-Tynan with an opportunity to get some runs in. 7 runners have been left, and you don't want to leave.
Strike two. No balls at 2 strikes on Garcia.
And this is foul territory.
Foul ball.
So quickly, Salas up on the batter, Garcia. 0 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bases loaded. Kenny on first.
0-2 is the count.
Leah Nance on second. And
Ball 1.
Ali Hernandez on third. Got to take advantage here. Alexis Flores on deck. Good stop by Ortiz.
2-2 is the count on Garcia.
2-2, 1 out, bases loaded for the Lady Cats.
Swing and a miss,
Strikeout.
That brings us to the top of the lineup. Alexis Flores for the Lady Cats.
All right, here it is. Alexis Flores now with an opportunity to bring in a run or two. He's a lefty. Tends to pull it to the right field. That's too high.
High ball 1.
Smart batter, too. She'll wait on the pitches. That will bring Natalie Ramirez on deck. Again, Skidmore-Tynan does not want to leave. That is fair.
Fair ball.
Here comes it's going to be close. Safe.
Safe at
2
third.
runs come in. Leah Nance. Ali Hernandez.
2 more runs come in. That brings up number 5, Natalie Ramirez.
Alexis Flores doing her job with the double down that third base line. Natalie Ramirez now trying to bring in a couple more runners here. And, good effort by Ortiz
Foul ball.
on a attempted bunt. And it goes foul, 0-1. So Kylie Kinney on third. Alexis Flores, who brought in runs number 4 and 5 with that nice line drive down third base line. And she puts down a bunt, and it's out. So no run comes in on that one.
Ramirez was out at first. That'll end the side for the Lady Cats.
And that'll end 5. We will go to the top of the 6th.
They were able to bring in a couple more runs. Takes us our score of 5 through your Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cats. Your Lady Leopards 1.
On that bottom of the 5th, we go to the top of the 6th. We had Jolie Mann with a solo shot out to left center. And then the 2 RBIs by Alexis Flores on that. A lefty, but she had it go straight down that third base line drive, bringing in a couple of runs. Leah Nance and Ali Hernandez, and a good fielding by that attempted bunt to first. So Kylie Kinney did not make it to home, but 5-1. So the box score for Skidmore-Tynan: a run in the bottom of the 1st, a run in the bottom of the 2nd, and 3 in the bottom of the 5th. For Kenedy, their run came in the top of the 4th. Here we are in the top of the 6th.
Hey, who is that coming up for Kenedy? Lady Leopards. Bella Boom Boom Ortiz, number 12.
Isabella Ortiz, the catcher. Coach half the way. Isabella Ortiz, the catcher, trying to. Oh, and that is going to be a foul ball.
Foul ball.
So 0-1. Again, congratulations to Jolie Manning in the 900 strikeouts back at Yorktown on Tuesday night. Ball.
Ball one.
Good eye by Ortiz.
One ball, one strike.
I got to commend Isabella Ortiz, or Boom Boom Ortiz, as Mr. Franco's been calling her up. And that is, she's done a good job behind the plate, too.
Swinging a miss, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Ortiz.
1-2. Of course, we'll go 7 innings, more than likely. These two teams are very competitive. And a swing and a miss. Out number 1 here in the top of the 6th.
That'll bring up number 13, Kenedy Leopards for the Lady Leopards.
Kenedy Leopards.
Foul tip.
And a tip is an automatic strike 1.
Swing and a miss, strike 2.
And again, always our
0-2 is a kill.
our dedicated followers of Bobcats and Lady Cats, Berta Aguilar. Of course, we've got Mr. and Mrs. Frank Mann. They're here tonight, but they do have family. Oh, and that one's tapped over. That's going to drop.
Going to drop in for a run.
And a single.
That brings up number 11 for the Lady Leopards, Paisley Garza.
So De Leon with a single out to left field. Paisley Garza with De Leon on first. Only down by 4 right now here in the top of the 6th are the Leopards.
Swing and a miss.
That's going to go over, and good catch by Gracie Franks at short. But De Leon, too much speed there.
Second.
Too much speed on there.
0-1 is a count.
And that is tapped out to
Fair
left. De Leon will stay at third. And Eliza Garcia sends it back nicely to avoid a run scoring. But
Lola
back
Aragon
to back
for the Lady Leopards.
singles for the Leopards. And Aragon to the plate. Only. And there goes an errant pass, and there in time is De Leon.
Leopards score a run.
Good base running by the Leopards, taking advantage of some errant throws.
Blue calls time. Brings up number 16, Amaray Escobedo for the Lady Leopards.
That's number 6, Lola Aragon.
Swing and a miss, strike.
Aragon at the plate, and looking over there, De Leon bringing in a run here in the top of the 6th. Swing and a miss.
Strike 2.
1-2 the count, 1 out. And I'm trying to remember who was on second, who had that nice back-to-back singles was De Leon, and that goes to man over to first. And nice work there in the fielding. Schmidt over to Hernandez, second out.
Brings up number 6.
Amaray Escobedo.
Amaray. Escobedo.
And the lefty gets up to the batter's box. It's Garza actually on second. Hazley Garza. Again, De Leon and Garza with back-to-back hits. De Leon already scoring the second run here in the top of the...
Swing and a miss, strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike.
There's Hazley Garza over to third. I don't have the steal or the advanced. I think you kind of pretty much know it. On a wild pitch, you might know that it's going to be a runner running.
Outside.
And it's going to bring in Hazley Garza.
The runner comes in.
5-3. Bases are clear now with 2 outs. So now the Lady Cats just need to focus on getting this last out, then padding up a little bit of their lead in the bottom of the 6th, and then to close them out in the top of the 7th. This is a close one.
Pop back. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I don't want way back there to the Dubo Special Event Center. Escobedo.
Ball 3. Takes us to full count.
So we get a full count, 2 outs. There are no runners. De Leon and Garza have both come in. Got her out.
Strike 3.
It was a tip, but she caught it. Yeah, it was a tip, but she caught it.
That'll end the 7th.
And that will take us to the bottom of the 6th. 2 runs come in for Kenedy and the Leopards. In the top of the 6th, Skidmore-Tynan trying to
Lady Leopards
pad it up a little bit before they hit the 7th.
Taking our score, Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cats 5, Lady Leopards 3.
Kayla Salas will remain on the mound. Again, looking again at Boom Ortiz, or Isabella Ortiz, behind the plate. Aragon on third. Escobedo on first. Solis at short.
Ladies and gentlemen, just to give you guys, the concession stand is going to be closed.
And of course, in the outfield, looking at on the left side, let's see if I can get them all, just to give everyone a little more recognition. It's a good chance that we're going to see them again.
Hey, who's this walking up to the plate for the Lady Cats? Number 8,
it's a tight
Rogan Schmidt.
So out there on the right side, you have Garza, Hazley Garza. At center is Kaylee De Leon, and let's see if I can get left field. Left field is my blind side right now. We'll get her when she comes back, give her special recognition to all the Leopards, and I'd like to make sure everybody gets recognition. But Rogan Schmidt now at the bottom of the 6th, up 5-3, but too close for comfort for Skidmore-Tynan.
A little low, ball 1.
And I apologize for all the wind. I'm trying to block a little bit of it with my clipboard, and I don't know if I'm succeeding. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
Strike 1.
Again, we are streaming
1 ball, 1
on
strike.
ST Bobcat Nation Facebook, our baseball game between Skidmore-Tynan.
Swing and a miss, strike 2.
1-2. Skidmore-Tynan,
2 strikes.
who currently is trying to get into the winning column, 0-3 in district, taking on the Pettis Eagles, 0-3 in district. And something will give.
Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Down on strikes. Jolie Mann.
That brings up number 6 for your Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cats, Jolie Mann.
Last time she's up, left center, a solo shot. And she got it, everybody going after that one. Because 2 runs came in after that. And this is going to be to short. Taken there nicely by Solis. for the second out. And now Ali Hernandez.
That brings up number 7 for the Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cats. Ali Hernandez.
Ali Hernandez with 2 outs. And they're going to be
hit by the ball, dance to first.
Going to go to 1.
That brings up number 10, Danny Munoz.
Danny
For the
Munoz
Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cats.
with Ali Hernandez on first and Leah Nance on deck.
Ball 1.
Looks at a ball. I said last time Danny Munoz is due up. I'm going to say it again. Ball.
Side ball 2.
Two outs. Munoz at the plate. Hernandez at first.
Ball 3.
3-0 the count now. And
3 balls, no strikes on Munoz.
Ball 4. 4 balls straight.
That brings up number 23 for the Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cats. Leah Nance.
Leah Nance to the plate. Danny Munoz at first and Ali Hernandez at second. Strike call.
Strike 1.
Against Skidmore-Tynan going into the top of the 7th. Well, the worst case scenario for the Lady Cats is 5-3. Throw over. 2 out of gun. Safe. Both runners are safe. So while the count is 0-2, Leah Nance is only a hit away.
It was a foul ball. Runner's going to have to go back to second.
That's what I thought. It appeared that way. But they went, and good correction there by the blue, Mr. Umpire.
Swinging a miss.
And that's strike number 3, and that will move us to the top of the 7th. Skidmore-Tynan 5, Kenedy 3. So we come down to the final inning between our visitors, the Kenedy Leopards, coming in at 3-2, and our Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cats coming in at 2-2, with wins against Port Aransas and Yorktown, and sandwiched in the middle were losses to Refugio and Woodsboro. So now it's Jolie Mann trying to say, hey, let's not need the bottom of the 7. Let's take care of it here in the top of the 7. Coach Hathaway saying, let's try to get us some little rally going here so we can take a lead and then try to close out the Lady Cats in the bottom of the 7th. Pretty simple strategy, softball. But you gotta get out there and execute. And leading off will be number 2, top of the order, Ariane Aguirre. So again, Jolie Mann trying to who surpassed the 900
Kenedy Lady Leopards
strikeouts.
started off at the top of the order. Number 2, Ryan Aguirre.
Ryan Aguirre. According to Refugio Sports Network, coming into this one, the highest batting percentage at 600. Folks, that's like 3 out of every 5. That's a lot of times. And if she can get on, or if a couple of batters get on, the tie and run will, I should say, if she gets on, the tie and run comes to the plate.
Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1 the count. If Aguirre gets on, then the on deck is Kayla Salas. She will represent the tie and run.
Ball 2.
2-1 the count.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Couple of high pitches. Stretching that left arm of Natalie Ramirez. And that's hit out there.
Ball in.
And a stand-up double for Aguirre.
Advances the second. That brings up number 9, Kayla Salas.
Kayla Salas with Aguirre on second. And she represents the tying run. Got to get out there. Got to get those catches in. So Aguirre on. I apologize. My camera did not move.
Batter will make it.
We do have a timeout.
Runner advances to third.
Runners at the corner.
That brings up number 15.
Marisabel Solis to the plate.
Maribel Solis for the Lady Leopards.
Aguirre on third. Salas on first. Solis at the plate.
Strike one.
They'll let the runner go.
Runner advances to second. You got runners on second.
Runs number 4 and number 5 are on the base right now. And there will come one more. And that's not going to happen. A tying run over at third, and that is
Jalen Rodriguez for the Lady Leopards.
Salas. Nobody out. Time called.
Time on the field call.
Ball and a strike. Now Skidmore-Tynan's kind of may need that bottom of the 7. Trying to close them out at the top of the 7. So a little bit of
Marisa Solis up for the Lady
little
Leopards.
pressure put on here for Skidmore-Tynan. And now the bats are coming alive for Kenedy right when they need to.
Swinging a miss, strike.
She's got the batter here, 1 and 2, so you don't want to let this one get away. And a good batter at that, Marisabel Solis, the shortstop. That goes to the back.
Out back foul. Count remains the same. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Be a challenge to try to keep anybody else. That one is hit out to left center. It is out of here. Marisabel Solis. Home run, 2-run shot. And with one swing of the bat, the pendulum swings the other way. Skidmore-Tynan up by 1. Now Kenedy up by 1. They got to just shake it off. You still got a lot of softball left. Jalen Rodriguez, start over. Gave up 3 runs. Do like Coach Jalen says, be a goldfish. 10-second memory, let it go. Left center. That would have been a spectacular catch by Alexis Flores. She gave an attempt to try to get that one, but Jalen Rodriguez now. And now if Kenedy, getting 3 runs in the top of the 7th, wants to add on a few with nobody out, because Skidmore-Tynan will have an opportunity in the bottom of the 7th.
Ball 1.
1-1 the count. This is tapped out to center. Taken there nicely. Alexis Flores. One down.
That brings up number 12, Bella Boom Boom Ortiz.
Isabella Ortiz. One down against Skidmore-Tynan. Needs to tighten it up here, and that goes back.
Foul ball. No balls, 1 strike is the count.
Isabella Ortiz.
Swing and a miss.
So it is. So now Jolie Man up on Ortiz. 0-2 the count.
Pop foul.
Allen swings back right behind me.
Swinging
And a
strike
strikeout. Out number 2.
That brings up number 13 for the Lady Leopards, Kenedy Leopards.
Kaylee DeLeon with some good base running this evening for the Leopards.
Swinging and a miss. Strike. Swinging and a miss. Strike.
And now down to 1 strike here in the top of the 7th. So
No balls, 2
Skidmore-Tynan
strikes. The
can
count.
see if they can get that one back and add an extra one to regain this lead and the victory.
Strike 3.
Got her.
That'll end the side.
So we go to the bottom of the 7. You can't get more exciting than this. The Lady Cats. Here come the Lady Cats. They got to put up 1 to extend it, and they got to put up 2 to win it. 2-2 in district, and the Leopards at 3-2. It's been a good one, folks, and thank you for joining us at ST Lady Cat Nation. And, of course, some of you might be over at ST Bobcat Nation Facebook, catching the Skidmore-Tynan Bobcats, who are 0-3, taking on the 0-3 Pettit Eagles. So, again, one of them will be moving into the winner's bracket, or at least in the win column, I should say. But thank you again for joining this channel on YouTube, ST Lady Cat Nation. My name is Amador Ramirez. This has been a good one, folks, and I told you it's getting a little cooler and the wind's dying down just a little bit, but it looks like they're going to stay with. She's done a great job tonight, Kayla Salas. So Skidmore-Tynan needs 1 run to extend this and 2 runs to win it. This is exciting, folks. And it'll be Kylie Kinney who will try to get it going here.
Who's starting it off for the Lady Cats? Number 3, Kylie Kinney.
Kylie Kinney leading it off here. It's coming down to the bottom of the 7th. Should Kinney get on? Alyssa Recio on deck.
Swinging the strike.
1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And a tapper.
Foul ball.
That's going to put Salas up on
1
the
ball,
count.
2 strikes.
1-2.
Low ball 2.
2-2 the count.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
To Kylie Kinney. Nobody out. Skidmore-Tynan, bottom of the 7th.
Takes us to full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Kenny.
Alyssa Recio on deck. See if she takes this one, or this is always the money pitch. Strike call.
3, the first out. That brings up number 1 for the Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cats, Alyssa Recio.
Alyssa Recio, number 1. Freshman.
High ball 1.
On deck is Alexis Flores, who almost got that home run over the left center field, and then of course, right.
Strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball 2.
2-1 the count. You got to get a base runner. And that's what they're trying to do here with Alyssa Recio. But if Gonzalez can keep it going here. Strike all. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Ball 3.
Outside. 3-2. Lady Cats need a base runner. Got her looking. 2 down, 1 to go
Takes us
for
to the top
the
of the order
Leopards.
with the Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cats. Alexis Flores coming to the plate.
Alexis Flores now. Lady Cats' last opportunity. Good stop again by
Ball 1.
all night long, Ortiz with a spectacular job on the behind the plate. 1-1.
Tip for a strike.
So Kayla Salas striking out 2 here in the bottom of the 7th.
1-1 is the count.
Trying to make it a trifecta here. That's
Ball
high. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike is the count.
Three and 1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Well, if she gets on, the winning run will come to the plate in the form of Natalie Ramirez.
Pops it up.
Good
Ball will
effort.
fall for a foul.
Good effort by Ortiz. Good effort. How'd it go in helping her up? She ate a little bit of dirt there. Great job.
3 balls, 2 strikes. The count on
Full count,
Flores.
2 outs, nobody on. This is it. And that's going to go over to first for the out, and that's over, folks.
That'll end
That'll do it.
the game.
6-5 Kennedy. In 7 complete
Ladies
innings.
and gentlemen, thank you for coming out to the ball field. Y'all be careful going home.
And this is Amador Ramirez. The Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cats will go to 2-3, and the Kenedy Leopards go to 4-2. Thank you for joining us here at ST Lady Cat Softball Field. Have yourself a good night, and God bless.